Social is dead. Only media left. I've been working in social media for a long period. And recently, with all the new changes happening with social, I would like to share my key insights. #1. Influencers are not numbers. Don't work with influencers based on the numbers. Influencers are not media outlets with guaranteed exposures. Don't value them based on numbers. Value them based on how verbal and social they are with followers. Best advice: understand the level of their audience by analyzing the comments section. #2. Social strategist versus social media manager. You fail by mixing them up. Your manager's job is to be more social with the potential buyers and amp existing audience. Your strategist's job is to share their vision on how to use social media as a marketing channel. Or you should teach your social media manager pretty well about your OKRs and amp buyer personas. #3. Online communities are not future. Every social media company is telling you that communities are future. They frankly aren't based on what I see. I have studied community channels of small businesses, tech companies like Adobe, etc. Many are dead now and amp few are hardly active. The problem is dictatorship-like strategy where company shares their own content and amp ideas, and that limits the topic of discussions. Communities don't work like that. You as the founder want the profit, but communities grow if you listen and amp respond, not by commands. Online communities on WhatsApp, Discord or Slack will be key to great brand presence when you build a better space for discussion. #4. Harsh truth about organic reach. With Twitter revealing that likes make most impact on organic reach, the same framework is used for other social media platforms. That's why brands use 80-20 rule is the best for social media content strategy. 80% of the time you should create for people with an intent to increase brand engagement. 20% of the time you should create for algorithms to tap into new audience. This is achievable through broad content like industry trends, meme content and amp broad content. #5. Why I say social is dead. I see more and more brands making decisions based on the goals of achieving X numbers on social media. Social media is not about that. The essential goal of social media marketing is personalization of the average customer experience, and always setting long-term goals with your social media strategy. Social media done right helps you do marketing with people, not marketing to people. Build your potential community members that spread the word about your business. #6. Consistency and distribution. Sick of seeing coaches yell at me to post 365 days. That's for creators that haven't figured out their product market and amp brand purpose. As a business, your goal should be tracking what type of queries are being searched on social media, and when they're relevant to your business. Build a distribution strategy to spread your existing content in those spaces. For social, always create sustainable content that is shareable for many queries. Then use distribution strategy plus social listening to always be there for your buyers. #7. ChatGPT is changing editorial content. Editorial content on social media to help audiences through valuable input is changing. Because most of the editorial content is too basic and amp one Google search away. And now with ChatGPT, that type of content might not help you to differentiate your brand from others. That's why editorial content is getting more personal and successful brands are sharing how I and amp why content instead of how to, showing an element of real-time experience and amp knowledge to make sure the audience finds the content more authentic and amp relevant. Thanks for reading. I'm writing a quarterly review of changes in marketing and amp social media. You can subscribe link to receive it on Wednesday for free. I think another reason why online communities are dying is because a lot of the time people just want to be able to scroll or go in and ask a question or questions without being made to make an account.
But also legal implications. I'd say mostly legal, especially for the big companies. It came to a point when it's simply not worth the risk of having online community. Because if some weirdo would make a rant about minorities and your moderators wouldn't kill that within few minutes, you are now dealing with a potential lawsuit situation and no one wants to deal with that shit any longer.
I feel that we have lived through the almost 10 years of social media hype following 2007. And now everything settles down a bit. People are being sick of having their attention grabbed all the times, and will now again connect to brand communities when they feel it's necessary for them, and not permanently. That's true. The slowdown is happening, but still long way to reach that point because recent surveys show most People think they spend 3 to 4 hours on social media but are consistently spending 6 hours on these apps. A section of Gen Z seems to be part of the slowdown, but I'm happy to see even a portion of users is getting more aware about what brand messaging is and what consistently getting attention grab is. Both are different. Many are building based on attention today and AMP. Few are focused on the messaging and AMP. Genuine connections. Thank you for this post. I'm working on my partner's social media for their business. These seem like some great tips.